morning, students. Once again, welcome back to the physics class. Today we are going to discuss the topic is magnetic field produced along a straight current carrying conductor. Magnetic field produced along a straight current carrying conductor. Okay. Now, before going to start the class, just I will tell you some points about this concept. Actually, this is our previous class. I told you already, each and every current carrying conductor will produce magnetic field. Suppose this is the current carrying conductor, means around this region it will produce some amount of magnetic field. Correct? So, suppose this is the current carrying conductor. This conductor is producing magnetic field like this. At one particular point, I want to find the magnetic field of this conductor. Okay, this is the current carrying conductor. It is producing magnetic field around this region. Okay, we know that. But at one particular point, I have to find the magnetic field. I have to find the magnetic field of this conductor. Okay, that is this concept. We are going to find magnetic field of this conductor at one particular point. Okay, so let us consider a conductor. Let us consider a current carrying conductor. Otherwise, let us consider a conductor Nm. Let us consider a conductor N and M. Consider a conductor. This is N and this is M. Okay. Let us consider a conductor Nm. A current is flowing. A current is flowing from N to M. A current is flowing from N to N. So it is flowing from N to N means what is the direction? Upwards. This is the direction, correct? This is the direction. Okay. And let P be a point. Let P be a point is placed at a distance small a from conductor. Let P be a point. P be a point is placed at a distance small a from the conductor. So what is this distance? A. Okay. And let us consider a small element on the conductor. Let us consider a small element on the conductor. The length of that small element is dl. Let us consider a small element. This is the small element. What is this length? dl. This length is dl. Okay. Let us consider a small element. Let us take a small element on the conductor. The length of that small element is small dl. And the distance from this you can keep, this is the center of the conductor. The distance from center of the conductor to small element is small L. The distance from center of the conductor to small element, how much? Small L. Okay, and let us take a point. Let us take a point on the small element. That point I am taking here, A. What is this? A. Let us take a small element A on the small, or let us take a point capital A on the small element. Okay, and this point P is making an angle with one end of the conductor. This point P is making some angle with one end of the conductor, and this point P is making some angle with respect to another end of the conductor. Okay, so this point P is making some angle. How much that angle I am taking? Alpha 1. This point P is making some angle with respect to one end of the conductor, and this point P is making some angle with respect to another end of the conductor. So here also it is making alpha 2. Okay, this P is making some angle with respect to one end of the conductor, at the same time this P is making some angle with respect to another end of the conductor, and this P is making some angle with respect to point A. This point P is making some angle with respect to point A. So what is that? Now this one is, it is making some angle. That angle is alpha some angle. This point P is making some angle with respect to A. How much that? Alpha. Okay, and the angle between this point and a small element, the angle between this distance and small element is theta, and the distance between the A and P is smaller. The distance between A and P is smaller. This is the explanation about the diagram in this figure. Actually, this total is our consideration. Once again, I will explain. Please listen. Let us consider a conductor N M. The current is flowing from N to M in this conductor. If the current is flowing from N to M in this conductor, okay, so we know already this is the conductor. Conductor means around this region some magnetic field will be producing like this. So at this particular point I have to find the magnetic field of this conductor. Okay, so let P be a point. Let P be a point is placed at a distance small a from from the conductor, and let us take a small element on the conductor. That length of the small element is small dl. Small dl. The distance from center of the conductor to small element is small l. The distance from center of the conductor to small element is small l. Okay, and this point P is making an angle with respect to one end of the conductor, that is alpha 1. This point P is making some angle with respect to another end of the conductor, that is alpha 2. And let us consider a point A on the small element. Okay, now this point P is making some angle with respect to point A, that is how much? Alpha. This one is alpha 1, this one is alpha 2, this one is alpha. And the distance from point P to A is smaller. The distance from point P to A is smaller, and the smaller distance is making theta angle with respect to this conductor. This distance R is making some angle. What is that angle? Theta. This distance R is making theta angle with respect to this conductor. Okay, so this is a explanation about this figure. Now we are going to find the magnetic field at this point. Okay, so now we are going to proceed through calculation part means, first of all you have to know what is the Biot-Savart law. What is the expression of the Biot-Savart law? dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. Mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. That is the Biot-Savart law. Okay. Now here I am going to use that Biot-Savart law expression. Okay. Why I am going to use this Biot-Savart law expression actually? This concept is similar to that Biot-Savart law. Actually, this concept is the application of the Biot-Savart law. Okay. Actually, this concept is the application of the Biot-Savart law. So, I am going to use that Biot-Savart law expression in this concept. Okay. From the expression of the Biot-Savart law, from according to from Biot-Savart law, from Biot-Savart law, what is the expression? dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta by r square. This is the expression of the Biot-Savart law. We know already. dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. Give equation number 1. Give equation number 1. Okay. Now, actually what we have to find at P? Magnetic field. Here dB means what? Magnetic field only, right? Small magnetic field. Okay. So already this is the expression. In this expression, first I will going to find this sin theta value and this dl value and this r value. In this expression, I am going to find dl value, sin theta value, r value. Then I will substitute. I will substitute and I will calculate it. I will get the magnetic field expression, dB expression. That is the final expression, right? Okay. So dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. This is equation 1. By the use of this figure, I am going to find these values, sin theta and dl and r. Okay. From figure, now here I am going to take this triangle AOP. From figure, this is the triangle I am taking, AOP. Actually, this is the right angle triangle. How? This is 90, right? We know this. This is 90. Okay. From figure, right angle triangle. Otherwise, from figure, take right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. What is the right angle triangle? AOP. AOP. This is the triangle. I hope in lower classes you already learned sum of all the angles of the triangle is equal to 180. Sum of all the angles of a triangle is equal to 180, right? So according to that formula, please you can try to recap that. This is a mathematical rule. What is that? Sum of all the angles of the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Equilateral triangle means 60, 60, 60 like that. Correct. So from this right angle triangle, all the angles means what here? Theta, 90. This is alpha. So all the angles means 90 plus alpha plus theta. 90 plus alpha plus theta, right? Is equal to 180. These are all the angles in this triangle. Okay. So 90 plus theta plus alpha is equal to 180. Now send this 90 in this side. Theta plus alpha is equal to 180 minus 90, 180 minus 90, 90. So theta plus alpha is equal to 90. Then theta is equal to, send this alpha in this side, 90. This is positive, this side it will went means alpha. So 90 minus alpha. So what is the theta value? 90 minus alpha. But we have to, what value we need actually? Sin theta. So in the place of theta, you can substitute this value. Okay, in the place of this here, you can substitute directly. Here no need. After some time we should substitute it. So give the expression value. How much? Equation number 2. Theta value how much? 90 minus alpha. Remember that. Okay, equation number 2. Now same from this triangle only. Now theta value I found. Okay, one thing is finished. Now I am going to find this R value. Okay, so from this triangle only, from right angle triangle AOP. Here now I am going to take, by the use of trigonometry, cos alpha is equal to how much? Cos, by the use of trigonometry, cos alpha is equal to, cos means what? Opposite by hypotenuse, otherwise adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent by hypotenuse. Cos alpha means alpha where? This one is alpha. So which side is touching this alpha means that is the adjacent. Which is opposite is this one. Correct. So cos alpha means what is the formula? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Correct. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side what? Alpha is here means this is the opposite and this is the adjacent. Correct. So adjacent by hypotenuse means what? Adjacent side this by hypotenuse this one. So A by R. Once again, this triangle we are taking. This is the alpha. Cos alpha is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Alpha angle is here means which is opposite side? This one. Which side is touching to the alpha? This one. So this is the adjacent and this is hypotenuse. We know that. Okay. So from according to trigonometry, cos alpha is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent side this by this. What is this value? A. And what is this value? R. So we can write cos alpha is equal to A by R. But we don't want this cos alpha value, right? We need R value. So what I am doing is I am sending this R in this side and I am sending this cos alpha right side. Okay. So send this R in this side. This is denominator. It will come this side means numerator. So R is equal to, this is denominator term. It will go this side means denominator. So A by cos alpha. A by cos alpha. Okay. So R is equal to A by cos alpha. Remember 1 by cos is equal to secant. Remember this formula? 1 by cos is equal to secant. From that formula, 1 by cos theta is equal to secant theta. Just a formula this one. So here 1 by cos alpha means what? Secant alpha. So R is equal to A secant alpha. Give equation number 3. That is equation number 2. Theta value we found there. Here R value A secant alpha. R is equal to A secant alpha. I gave equation number 3. Okay, just keep it in your mind. From what formula based on I wrote this? 1 by cos theta is equal to secant theta. Based on this formula, trigonometry, it is a standard formula. Okay, based on this I wrote this. Okay. Now I am erasing this, but just you can remember this one. Okay. So this is the equation 2 and this is equation 3. Just I am writing here for our convenience. Again we should forget now. So equation 2 what? Theta is equal to 90 minus alpha. Equation 2. And what is the equation 3? R is equal to A secant alpha. This is equation 3. Just remember this. Okay, now I am erasing this. Now, same here. From the trigonometry, here I am going to write from the figure. Now I am going to find this DL value. Okay, already found theta value and I already found R value. Now what is the remaining DL value? So I am going to find that value. Okay, from this triangle AOP, I am taking tan alpha. From this triangle AOP, I am taking tan alpha. Okay, so tan alpha is equal to, from the trigonometry, what is the formula of tan? Opposite by adjacent. Sin formula what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Cos formula adjacent by hypotenuse, like that. What is the tan formula? Opposite by adjacent. So here opposite by, what is the formula of tan? Opposite by adjacent. Now in this triangle, what is the opposite and what is the adjacent? This is the alpha, right? Tan alpha. Alpha is here, means this is the opposite and this is the adjacent, this is the hypotenuse, correct? So opposite by adjacent side means what? Opposite means this one L, and adjacent, this means what? A. So here opposite by adjacent means what? Tan alpha is equal to L by A. Now I am sending this value A in this side. So L is equal to A tan alpha. But I don't want this L value, I want DL value, right? So I am converting this L value to DL. How I will convert? Simply I will differentiate this equation in both sides. Okay, so differentiate equation, differentiate both sides with respect to alpha. Okay, so d by d alpha into L is equal to d by d alpha into A tan alpha. So here A is constant, so I am writing outside A into d by d alpha of tan alpha. Okay, so this one I am writing dl by d alpha is equal to A into, what is the differentiation of tan? Suppose what is the value of this one? D by dt of tan t is equal to, formula you can remember, secant square t. D by dt of tan t means is equal to secant square t. Okay, so in the place of t, what is there here? Alpha. Here also in the place of tan t, here tan alpha is there. So what is the differentiation formula? D by d alpha of tan alpha is equal to secant square alpha. Okay, so here A into secant square alpha. Secant square alpha. Now I am sending this alpha value in this side. So dl is equal to A secant square alpha d alpha. You can remember this d alpha or dl value how much? A secant square d alpha. This is equation 4. So equation 2 you know, equation 3 you know, equation 4 is this one. Equation 2 is giving theta value, equation 3 is giving R value, and equation 4 is giving DL value. So please take this equation 2 and equation 3 and equation 4 values, please substitute in equation 1. Okay, you can remember this formula, d by dt of tan theta is equal to secant square theta, secant square t. Okay, so substitute equation 2, 3 and equation 4 in equation 1. So what is the equation 4? Just I am writing here for our purpose, dl is equal to a secant square alpha d alpha. This is equation 4. You no need to write in your notebook this one, just our remembering purpose I wrote here. Okay, so substitute 2, 3 and 4 in equation 1. Substitute 2, 3 and 4 in equation 1. Okay. Now please substitute dp is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. I is I only. dl is, what is the dl value? A secant square alpha d alpha. A secant square alpha d alpha. And here sin theta. Sin, what is the theta value? 90 minus alpha. Please substitute 90 minus alpha by, what is the r value? A secant alpha. A secant alpha whole square. Okay, so this is all values are substituted. 2, 3, 4 in equation 1 I substituted. So please make a calculation. Any possibility is there to cancel. Otherwise, what will happen? We'll see now in the calculation. So dp is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I a secant square alpha d alpha. Sin of 90 minus alpha means what is the value? Sin 90 minus alpha. Remember, sin 90 minus alpha is cos alpha. What is this value? Sin 90 minus alpha value is cos alpha. Okay, so in the place of this value I am writing cos alpha. Cos alpha divided by a secant square alpha. A square. Here whole square is there, no? A secant alpha whole square means what? A square secant square alpha. Okay, so here secant square cancel, and here one a is there, here also a is there. So remaining in the denominator one a is there. dp is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. Here what is the remaining? I, and here cos alpha d alpha by, what is the remaining here? A. Secant square already cancelled. In the denominator a only remaining. Okay, now this is the dB value, magnetic field at point P. dB means what? Small magnetic field, but I don't want small magnetic field. I need total magnetic field of that wire. Correct? I need total magnetic field of that wire. So only I am going to integrate both sides of this expression. I am going to make integration on both sides. Okay, integrate on both sides. Integrate on both sides. Okay, integrate on both sides. So integral dp is equal to integral mu naught by 4 pi I cos alpha d alpha by a. Now here I am taking the limits of this alpha. I am taking the limits of this alpha. What is the limits here? Point P is here. What is the one end of the conductor? This one. What is the angle here? Alpha 1. So here alpha 1. From here to here, what is the end of the conductor? M. So what is the angle here? Alpha 2. So upper limit is alpha 2. Once again, I need to find the magnetic field of this total conductor. Okay, so what is the limits of this conductor actually from point P? From point P, this is the one end, this is the one end. What is the angle here? Alpha 1. And what is the another angle here? Alpha 2. So that is the limits. And you can take one more point also. Suppose here you are finding, this is point P, correct? This is point P. This is the upper part of this point P and this is the lower part of this point P. Okay. This is the upper part and this is the lower part. Suppose this is the coordinate axis means, this is the origin. Upper part of this means what? All having positive values. Lower, all the lower values of the coordinate axis what? Negative values. We know that, correct? This is the coordinate axis means this is the horizontal axis and this is the vertical axis. This is the horizontal and this is the vertical. Upper part positive values, lower part negative values. So here upper angle what? Alpha 2, lower angle what? Alpha 1. So this alpha 2 is the positive because it is in upper part of the coordinate axis. Alpha 1 is the negative because it is lower part. Once again I am telling, in the coordinate axis, above the x-axis is the positive values, below the x-axis is the negative values. So this is the x-axis. Suppose you can assume, okay, from this above positive, below negative. So only this is the positive and this is the negative, like this coordinate axis. Okay, so here alpha 2 is the positive and alpha 1 is the negative. Alpha 2 is positive and alpha 1 is negative. So please make an integration and apply the limits. You will get the answer. Okay, so here integration, differentiation, cancel. So what is the remaining there? Now remaining d and integration cancel means what is the remaining here? B is equal to, here mu naught by 4 pi is constant. Mu naught by 4 pi. In the denominator a also constant. In the numerator I also constant. So mu naught I by 4 pi I wrote outside. What is the remaining integral? Minus alpha 1, alpha 2, cos alpha, d alpha. Here plus is there. We can mention the plus or not, no need. Plus. So here b is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a. Integration of cos alpha what? Sin alpha. Sin alpha. Apply the limits. Minus alpha 1, alpha 2. What is the formula? For what formula I wrote this one? Integral cos theta is equal to sin theta. This is the formula. Integral cos theta d theta is equal to. This is the formula. According to this formula, I wrote like this: cos alpha d alpha, integration of cos alpha d alpha is equal to what? Sin alpha, like that. So apply the limits. First we can apply the upper limit and second we can apply the lower limit. So b is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a into sin alpha 2 upper limit minus sin minus alpha 1. So b is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a into sin alpha 2 minus, remember here sin of minus theta is equal to always sin of minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. Remember this also. Sin of minus theta is equal to minus theta. We are writing this minus in front. Cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta only. Cos of minus theta means cos theta. Sin of minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. Okay. So, like this, sin of minus alpha 1 means what? Minus sin alpha 1. So, here minus sin alpha 1. Okay. Now here b is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a sin alpha 2 minus into minus plus sin alpha 1. This is the expression of the magnetic field along a straight current carrying conductor. This is the expression of the magnetic field along a straight current carrying conductor. B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a into sin alpha 1 plus sin alpha 2. This is the expression of the magnetic field produced along a straight current carrying conductor. Okay, this is the final expression. Now I would like to take some cases. Cases means suppose this alpha 1 value is 0, this alpha 2 value is 90, means what? How to convert this equation. At the same time, alpha 1 value 90 and alpha 2 value 90 means how it will convert this expression. At the same time, this value is 0 and this value is 180 means how this expression will be converted. Like that I will explain the cases. Okay, so case 1, if alpha 1 is equal to 90 and alpha 2 is equal to 90 means how it will convert. So B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a sine of alpha 2 value how much? 90, sine 90 plus alpha 1 value 90, sine 90. So sine 90 value how much? 1. So B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a into sine 90 value 1 plus sine 90 value 1. So is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a into 2. So 2 ones 2 2s. What is the expression? Mu naught I by 2 pi a. This is the expression. B is equal to mu naught I by 2 pi a. This is the expression of the first case. When alpha 1 90 and alpha 2 90. Alpha 1 value is 90 and alpha 2 value is 90. Whenever these both values are 90s, this is the magnetic field expression. Okay, and second case is if alpha 1 is 0 and alpha 2 is 180, alpha 1 is equal to 0 and alpha 2 is equal to 180. Okay, so B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a into, so what is the sine alpha 2 value? 180, sine 180 plus sine alpha 1 value 0, sine 0. So B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi a into sine 180 value 0, sine 0 value 0, 0 plus 0, 0, 0 into anything 0. So mu naught I by 4 pi a into 0, 0 into anything 0. So B is equal to 0 into anything means 0. So this is the expression of the magnetic field in this condition. Whenever alpha 1 is equal to 0 and alpha 2 is equal to 180, in that condition the magnetic field, the expression of the magnetic field is 0. That means minimum. B is equal to 0. That means minimum. Okay, so these are the two cases of magnetic field produced along the straight current carrying conductor. Okay, I hope you understood this class. If you have any doubts, means after watching the video, please ask. Thank you.